Tonight, more information on the Muncie police chase from just a month ago.
And vaccine passports, will Hoosiers need one to travel? The latest from Circle City in moments.
An Anderson couple helping kids across East Central Indiana, how they plan to give back.
And it's Earth Day, how President Joe Biden is celebrating with a big promise to Americans.
A slight warm-up today, but even warmer conditions are on the way.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening and thank you for being with us. I'm Zach Jones.
And I'm Brittany Dobbins. Tonight we begin with an update to a story we brought you back in March when a man led multiple police agencies across Delaware County.
Now, Delaware County's prosecuting attorney Eric Hoffman said in a press release that Indiana State Police have completed its investigation. The chase ended on Centennial Avenue near Minnetrista when the driver was shot by police after shooting at the police and civilians. That release saying in part that the two officers that shot at Jonathan Levi Allen had the right to do so in regards to self-defense. Allen was taken to Ball Memorial Hospital where he was treated but then later died. This comes after multiple reports of officers using excessive force.
Hoffman noted that this is in the interest of transparency since it was a fatal officer-involved shooting. He outlined the factual findings and the conclusion. The full press release is on our website at ballstatedaily.com.
Developing tonight, 4 people are recovering after a 4-vehicle crash on Interstate 69 in Grant County.
According to Indiana State Police, traffic was backed up in a work zone southbound when a 23-year-old woman from North Carolina didn't stop. This led to a chain reaction crash near mile marker 259. State police say one of the drivers was airlifted to a Fort Wayne hospital with life-threatening injuries. The other 2 drivers were also taken to the hospital and were later released. Investigators do not think drugs or alcohol were a factor in the crash.
The Turn Away No Longer organization started with one Anderson couple.
But now the organization is starting a new program to help foster children in Indiana. NewsLink Indiana's Anna Chalker talked with the couple to find out more about Care for Kids.
When Tracy and Jeremiah Walters started exploring Madison County to find ways to help the community, Care for Kids was the way to start.
We provide swag packs to children entering foster care through our Care for Kids program that we started November 1st.
The swag pack's just a cool name. We give it to a backpack, stuff full of hygiene items, teddy bears, pajamas, a note card that says, it gets better. God loves you and He has a plan for you.
The organization has since expanded beyond Madison County, originally making their mark felt in Anderson and giving back in Delaware County.
So Turn Away No Longer actually reached out to us explaining or seeing what kind of need we had. They asked if the swag bags would be something that our children could greatly benefit from, and absolutely we said yes.
But the surrounding counties are not the only areas that Turn Away No Longer wants to reach into.
We would love to be in all 92 counties in Indiana.
Pastor Mike Johnson heard of the program through an outreach meeting, making Greater Light Church a drop zone area for the swag packs.
Really connected with us, not just me, but my wife and the church as a whole. Just kind of fell in love with the idea.
Love and thankful, the 2 words everyone involved feel through the communities.
We couldn't do this without our community. Honestly, everyone in the communities just jumped right on board.
The goal for the Walters is to reach all 14,000 children in foster care in Indiana and bring them happiness through the swag packs and to be the light for them in challenging times. In Anderson, Anna Chalker, NewsLink, Indiana.
For more information on this program and the other programs Turn Away No Longer sponsors, you can visit them on Facebook at Turn Away No Longer.
Well, Brittany, we had kind of a frigid morning, but it kind of turned into a nice day, actually. Got some sun through the clouds there at the end of the day.
I know, I was very excited to see the sun poking through, but I couldn't ditch the jacket, so hopefully I can later. Natalie, what's going on?
Yeah, we had a pretty mild Earth Day today for what we've seen these past few days. As well, we have a warm up in temperatures today, but they are as warm as they have been. When we're continuing to see a warm up as the week does progress, however, we are currently sitting at 48 degrees here in Muncie, 45 in Indianapolis, as well as 48 degrees in Shelbyville. Tonight, however, we have another frost advisory in effect late tonight into tomorrow morning. That won't affect your commute too much, but we'll also be tracking in more rain chances for this weekend, as well as a warming trend ahead for the next week.
Thank you, Natalie. Award-winning authors are among our staff here at Ball State University.
NewsLink Indiana's Grace Benkowski spoke with English professor Angela Jackson Brown about her recently released novel and its success. Grace, what can you tell us?
Hi, Zach and Brittany. So yes, Brown's novel When Stars Rain Down just came out last week and is already catching the attention of big names like Entertainment Weekly. This historical fiction is Brown's third published book and is described as powerful, timely, and compelling. It's set in a fictional town in Georgia and is based on a previous collection of Brown's short stories. Brown describes it as a, quote, coming-of-age story, dealing with emotions that come along with growing up. The main character navigates her way through life in the summer of 1936. Writing the novel was a balancing act for Brown, as she has also been a professor at Ball State for 14 years, teaching English, creative writing, and African American study courses. Brown feels that the main character has a universal story to tell, and she wants readers to take this message with them from the novel.
Representation matters. It matters who writes the book, and it matters who's in the covers of the book. And that as readers, even though, this book is written by a Black woman with a young Black woman as the main character, her story has the ability to cross over into different conversations.
And guys, that's not the only project that Brown is working on right now. She told me that 2 other books are coming out in succession to this one, and I tried to ask her for details, but she could only disclose that the characters that are in this novel will be seen in the other 2. So if you want to learn more about this novel, be sure to visit her website at angelajacksonbrown.com.
Right, well, thank you, Grace. Indiana lawmakers approved a 2-year, $37 billion state budget. That budget plan is highlighted by an overall school funding increase. Each of those years, the bill cleared a sweeping 96-2 vote. The plan was Republican written, and several Democratic legislators are calling it the best state spending plan in years, crediting President Joe Biden in helping the state with coronavirus relief money.
Now, speaking of the coronavirus, state and local governments in Indiana won't be allowed to issue or require COVID-19 vaccine passports. That's under a bill approved by state lawmakers today. The Republican-dominated House and Senate approved a wide-ranging bill that includes that ban. If you're wondering what vaccine passports look like, those used in other countries are typically a cell phone app with a code that verifies whether a person has been vaccinated for COVID-19. The bill here in Indiana does not place any limits on private businesses, but it allows government agencies to continue keeping immunization records for Public Health Administration. The bill is now headed to the governor's desk for consideration. And coming up, an update from President Joe Biden on this Earth Day, what he plans for the U.S. and how he's working with other nations to get it.
Are you looking to buy a house? Well, so is everyone else. What you need to know about buying a house in 2021 and what's going on with the market.
In a time of uncertainty, a man is using his gift for good. What message he's trying to get across to his fans. Stay with us.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
It's Earth Day 2021, and 40 world leaders are joining President Joe Biden for a virtual 2-day climate summit focused on cutting greenhouse emissions.
The U.S. president opening the summit with a very ambitious announcement, committing the U.S. to cutting its 2005 emission levels by 50 to 52% by 2030, and creating millions of jobs by doing it. Other world leaders participating in the summit are making big pledges of their own, including Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who wants to drop Canada's emission levels by 40 to 45%.
Biden has made climate change an essential part of U.S. foreign policy and national security since taking office. He quickly re-entered the 2015 Paris Climate Agreement that former President Trump pulled the U.S. out of. And with this White House summit, Biden is showing again how important this issue is to his administration.
No nation can solve this crisis on our own. Scientists tell us that this is the decisive decade.
Following right along with Earth Day, electric vehicles, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg and climate advisors holding a press conference today. It took place in front of electric charging stations near Union Station. Buttigieg says electric vehicles play a big role in the American job plan. He says they reduce pollution and help open a new area of transportation.
The housing boom is still on the rise. The median price of a house, $329,000. That's according to the National Association of Realtor. It also had a record jump this year with a 17.2% increase. The rise includes single-family homes, townhomes, and condos. The reason, low supply and high demand with buyers taking advantage of record low interest rates. In the past year, our nation has seen civil unrest, leaving some people lost or confused.
But one Muncie music artist is hopeful his work will bring empowerment to the people.
Never shine, I just radiate.
I really want to be able to tell my story in such a way that you can feel like you're there.
Fight, I just gladiate.
So my name is Rome Herbert.
Rome Herbert, an Indianapolis native, but made his way to Muncie for school and stayed here to follow his calling. Music.
So I usually make the music that I make because, for one, I feel like fear is something that leaves you just paralyzed and not sure what you want to do.
Herbert says fear is something he feels now more than ever.
Me having experiences where I have been afraid, both being a black individual, especially with things going on right now, and then also in my faith, I feel like I want people to be inspired to not just sit in that, but then have an alternative voice they can listen to outside of fear. And music is like the perfect solution to that, so I believe I want people to, once they hear that, they feel bold.
Having an interest in spoken word has led Herbert to start his music career 5 to 6 years ago.
Originally, I actually liked spoken word, you feel me? I like the way that the spoken word artist that I had seen was able to move an audience.
Moving an audience and sharing stories.
After going through this sort of life, I realized I found hip-hop to be something that sort of gave me more of a language.
Undefeated, leaping over, no retreat.
And the one thing Herbert wants all his listeners to feel, empowerment.
I really want people to be able to fight against fear and not stay feeling paralyzed, not like they have another voice that they can listen to. So with this song coming out, Gladiator, I really want people to get that, hey, this is something that you can listen to instead of fear, that you can feel bold and you can move.
Herbert's goal is to release 100 songs by 2025. His new song Gladiator will be released tomorrow on Spotify. You can also follow his journey along through his Instagram page at rome.herbert. I'm really looking forward to listening to some new music, but I'm also really looking forward to some warmer temperatures. Natalie, what can you tell us?
Yeah, warmer temperatures coming our way. However, before that, we have another rain chance move into our forecast come this weekend. We'll talk about that in my full weather forecast.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it? there's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Every day,
Millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an effort
to get to know each other.
on a deeper level. Father,
Cosplayer,
mentor.
actor.
It's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
The time is now 9:16 and you're taking a look at campus, but what you kind of can't see, yesterday it was snowing and now today it's 52 degrees.
I mean, it's one extreme to the next. I mean, Natalie, is it going to stay like that? What's going on?
Well, we are in spring, and flipping from extremes is kind of what we see this time of year. But today we had a clearing in our weather due to this high pressure system off to the west, which has moved all of these clouds out of the viewing area. Taking a closer look, most of these clouds have moved out of the area. And that's going to be the trend for tonight. These clouds are continue moving out of the area tonight. However, we have more chance for clouds and rain moving into our forecast come Friday evening. Move into our forecast, but Saturday morning we can see this rain has moved into the area as well as cloud cover. We'd have a little clearing in the rain for Saturday morning around 8 a.m. Most of the rain is off to the north of our viewing area. As the day continues into Saturday evening, we have these yellow areas, meaning moderate to heavier precipitation a little south of our viewing area, but we expect to see scattered showers move throughout our day on Saturday. However, moving into Sunday, most of these showers and cloud cover has moved out of the way, making for pretty decent conditions for our Sunday. However, from Friday evening into Sunday, we can have expected rainfall of over half an inch in the northern part of our viewing area in Marion, and only around 0.26 inches around in Richmond, but overall we can see around this rain chances pretty scattered for our Saturday. For the story is also with temperatures. We are currently sitting at 48 degrees here in Muncie, 45 in Indianapolis, and 48 degrees in Shelbyville as well. These temperatures have increased over the past 24 hours, and we are actually up around 11 degrees here in Muncie, up 8 degrees in Indianapolis, and up 6 degrees in Shelbyville as well. Still a little cooler, not as warm in the southern part of our viewing area as it was in the northern part of our viewing area. However, tonight temperatures are continue dropping, and we have another frost advisory in effect starting tonight into tomorrow morning. Not really affecting your travel tomorrow morning, but it can see a little frost on the grass as you do head out for your morning commute. Temperatures are continue dropping tonight and reaching almost freezing again with a low of 33 degrees tonight, with that areas of frost in the morning and a southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour for tonight. For the next 5 days, we do have an increasing temperature trend. 58 degrees for our high on Friday, 56 for Saturday, 59 come Sunday, 70 degrees Monday, and we can possibly even break the 80-degree mark come Tuesday. And I don't know about everyone else, but bring on the warm temperatures. Let's get rid of this cold. I didn't like all that snow that happened this week. Taking a look at mid 7-day forecast, we can see we do have rain chances move in Friday evening into Saturday. However, we do have a clearing and precipitation come the beginning of next week, and temperatures reaching the 80s, guys, on Tuesday.
I'm excited for that. I mean, you made me a little chilly with that, with your background, with the snow falling down, with your shoulders just made me so cold, but now that you're talking about sunshine and warm, I'm really excited with that.
I'm really excited for the warm temperatures too. It's spring, bring on the warm, right?
I feel that,
Right,
yeah.
and I just put my coat away like 3 days ago, and now I had to bring it out yesterday. But hopefully we'll start to see those warmer temps coming next week. Now we're going to take it to Hannah McElroy to see what is going on with sports.
You may remember the story of Blackford Athletic Director Tony Ugen and his battle with COVID. We'll update on his progress and what he's doing now. Plus, take a look at this. Ball State Baseball is fighting for its World Series lives. how they're doing next in sports.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Weeknights, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal Weather. We've got the latest news headlines.
Freezing temperatures have set in all the way down in Louisiana.
One man dead after flooding in Venice, Italy.
Up to the minute weather conditions.
Cold temperatures are the story this morning.
And of course, lots of fun.
It is not
What
funny.
on earth is happening there?
I feel sorry for the little guy.
I've got my socks on. Annie with her curly hair, which is actually never curly. Join us Friday mornings at 8 on Facebook Live.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Hannah McElroy with sports. Back in October, we checked in on Blackbird Athletic Director Tony Ugan on his recovery from COVID. At the time, he'd just come back to work, but he said he may not be able to return as Blackbird's baseball coach. NewsLink Indiana's Joey Moore caught back up with him to see where he's at in his return to normal.
A while to get back in the flow, and it was kind of slow going in the beginning, especially climbing stairs. Anything that required exertion, I guess, was a little bit of a struggle early, but I'm to the point now where I think I'm about 95%.
Back to Blackford. After a battle with COVID-19, Tony Ugan is back in full swing, coaching the Bruins baseball team, but some things are a little different this year.
The big change for them is I've always been able to demonstrate and kind of show them exactly what it is I want them to be doing fundamentally, but I can't do that as well, and part of that is I'm just getting older.
The team also had to adjust to Ugan missing all of their winter practices. His long-awaited return not coming until March, 6 months after his 3 weeks in the ICU.
Most of the winter I wasn't able to be with my team. They still wanted me to avoid large gatherings and groups, so I really couldn't supervise the entire winter.
But now, with Ugan back, the goal for Blackford is simple: improve.
Obviously, we want to get better every day. We're a young team. We start 3 freshmen, 3 sophomores, and 3 seniors.
The Bruins are young, but after missing last season, there's been fuel thrown on the fire that's been burning for over a year.
To realize that, this is it for those seniors, the only time they got to play in 2 years. So hopefully they can rise the occasion and we can compete most games day in, day out.
And the team grinding away and starting to buy in on improving and competing in this much anticipated season.
They're coming along very well. I think I put a lot of time in during the season. I don't want to say burn them up, but we do a lot of stuff trying to catch up for everything that went on with COVID. We do a lot of mornings and afternoon late stuff, and we're starting to see some improvements. I think the kids are starting to buy into the fact that, hey, I'm getting better now.
The great comeback in Blackford County, and most importantly, for Tony Ugan, starts now. In Hartford City, Joey Moore, NewsLink Indiana.
Baseball is the name of the game today as we swing on over to First Merchants Ballpark, where Ball State baseball has been lighting it up all season. Sitting at 21-11 and winning 12 of its last games, Ball State has been like butter on a roll, plus firing on all cylinders with 5 players hitting over 300. The pitching has also been on point this season in the strike zone, racking up 335 strikeouts. Coming off a conference win over Eastern Michigan, the Cards looking to keep the streak alive. But that is going to take a team effort.
To build a program, you have to build tradition. You build tradition on success, on stories, on wins, on triumphs of individual players. That's a history, and when you have that history, that's a strength.
I love some good baseball talks. I'm happy that my last show of the semester is nothing but baseball.
Right, and Ball State seems to be doing pretty well with baseball.
Oh, they are crushing it. I'm happy we got to talk about pitching. I mean, John Baker and everybody else have just been with the strikes, with the heat all season, so I can't wait to see what they do, especially going, eventually into the MAC championship, hopefully.
Yeah, very exciting stuff. Well, thank you, Hannah. Now, a meteor shower is on its way. How you can see it in just a few moments.
And a final check at the weather after the break. Stay with us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared. So start now.
Right now?
Right now. You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Now, let's take a look here. What is trending? What is going on? Well, all I can say is feast your eyes on the skies. The early birds get to see flaming rocks hurtling towards the earth. Stargazers, they'll be able to be treated to the Lyrid meteor shower starting around midnight on Wednesday into Thursday. And the annual display is known for producing shooting stars that appear as fireballs and leave dust trails across the horizon. And as for where to look, well, it doesn't matter. Maybe you could start in the sky for the first place. Things are a little bit tougher this year, but not because of COVID. Experts say it's just because of the clouds, and the best time to see these meteors will be after the moon sets and before the sun rises. So that means you're gonna have to get up between 4 and 5 a.m. You could either stay up all night, pull that all-nighter, or if you wanna get out of bed early, maybe for cardinal weather tomorrow morning, you could catch the meteor shower right before the show. And guys, my second story, it's a little bit different. Tonight is Brittany Dobbins' last night here on NewsLink Indiana, and she's graduating in just a few short weeks. I know she's not quite the talker I am, so Brittany, if you don't want to do this, I'll do it for you. Our assistant news director, Annie Caster, she's got some words for Brittany. She says, our team has treasured the time with Brittany, and I can second that. as our managing editor, teacher, colleague, and friend. And Annie also says she was lucky enough to not only spend a year with Brittany on exec, but also to have, had the time with her and enjoy helping each other on stories, playing tricks on people, including me in the newsroom. The stream's going as soon as you turn on that light. And of course, the unforgettable internship experience last summer at Wish TV. The newsroom's gonna feel a little empty and less fulfilled without Brittany's storytelling abilities, but the teaching and inspiration she's left behind with the underclassmen, and I can say myself as well, will be very, very appreciated for years to come.
Well, thank you guys so much. I mean, it's been an honor working here for the past 3 years. I started out in production, and now I moved to the editorial side, and I couldn't do without my loving support of my family. So Mom and Dad, thank you guys so much. And then also everyone here in NewsLink, Indiana. It's been an honor working with all of you, and you guys I've not only been able to mentor you guys have all taught me something that I can learn and take on with me later in life. So thank you guys for that. But Blake, you got to say goodbye this past Tuesday, but I have something else for you before we say goodbye.
You gotta be kidding me.
I got something else
could
for
this
you.
possibly be?
Let's take a look.
Oh,
okay,
no.
maybe. Okay, I guess we're not taking a look. Well, let's take one final look at weather. That's what we will do.
Well, we'll leave these graduating seniors with a warming trend for temperatures. We have rain this weekend, but we have an increase in temperatures throughout the week next week and a high of 80 on Tuesday. So I hope everyone's ready with their warm clothes.
All right, guys, that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana and for this spring semester of our 9 o'clock shows. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning at 8 for our sister show, Waking Up with Cardinal Weather's final show of the semester as well.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.
What were you going to do?
I had a sock.